Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Wolfenstein The Old Blood. I'm the Mysterious JG, and yeah, it's been a month and a half since the last time I played this game. This LP kind of fell by the wayside as other things attracted my attention, both in terms of LPing and uh, not LPing. But up to this point, I've never started an LP and not finished. I had no intention of doing that here. I just kind of got away from it for a bit. So, thank you for the patience of anybody who's been watching all along, who wants to see more. I'm thinking particularly of StoneCon, because he kind of reminded me a little bit that I hadn't finished this. But I had intended, even without your comments, Mr. StoneCon, Herr StoneCon, to Steincon, to come back to this. So here I am. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of meta nonsense, but I noticed the very first video I recorded for this thing, because it's a digital deal, and I actually had having enjoyed Wolfenstein the New Order quite a bit, I went ahead and ordered The Old Blood even before it was out. So I had the little countdown clock and was available for me to play as soon as it came out. I didn't, in fact, get to play and record the game the very first night that it was out because it was in the middle of the week and I have a job and all. But yeah, the game had probably been out for 3 or 4 days when I got my first video up of it, and by that time there was already like 20 freaking LPs of it. So I have noticed that's a trend in LPing. Everyone wants to get their LP out there immediately, and I can be guilty of it too, I suppose. But I think as a result, don't have a huge number of people following this LP. But you know what? I'm enjoying this game. I really am. Not quite as much fun as the New Order, because there's a lot less story to it. But we're getting into the portion of The Old Blood now, which I think kind of gives it a different flavor. And that's the fact that we're fighting zombies. You might think that's lame and just hate it. You might really enjoy it. But one thing you gotta say for it, it wasn't in the New Order. So yeah, we're in Chapter 6, Ruins. Basically, the plot is that we're trying to stop some evil Nazi lady from uncovering ancient artifacts that will give her supernatural power to make the Nazis invincible. Kind of I was about to accuse the Captain America film, Captain America the First Avenger, of ripping off Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I think honestly they both have the same source material, which is the Pulp Fiction, not the Tarantino movie either, but the Pulp Fiction that came out during World War II, and in the years following World War II. There's all these adventure stories of weird occult power. Hitler, in real life, was known to be a bit obsessed with occult paraphernalia, so you have all these stories about the Nazis tracking down weird ancient relics, and what if they gave them superpowers, and how could we stop them, and it would be up to our superheroes. It's a comic book thing at the time, and it's cool, it's fun. I didn't know Nazi zombies was considered a cliche until I watched Bean and Bobo play through on Bobo the Vulture's channel, which you should check out right now. The South Park The Stick of Truth, where they kind of make fun of how rampant Nazi zombies are as an archetype. I didn't even know they were that big a thing, but yeah, they're here in The Old Blood. And as soon as I get over chatting and just click the button, we'll start fighting them. Bear with me a little bit because this is my first time playing the game in a long time, so I'm not going to remember what button does what even at first. Hopefully it'll come back to me. And I also want to point out we're at 56% completion. I was talking about that at the end of the last video. How, hey, it looks like this story is broken up into 2 chapters, and in one of them, the big Uber villain. And I didn't even mean to be a German reference there. I just went with Uber villain. So the German language is great for certain things. The word Uber has permeated everywhere. It's a very good word. You might think it's overused now, but whatever. But the Uber villain of the first act was this. I'm blanking on his name. If it was Hans, I don't think it was Franz. His dog was named Greta. I remember that. But yeah, he's like a dog trainer who was basically training his dogs to be fucking evil. They were his dogs were eating prisoners. So yeah, dude wasn't that nice a guy. But we killed him. And that whole chapter was about us basically being put in prison. Like, we got captured while trying to infiltrate Castle Wolfenstein to learn Nazi secrets. And the first half of the game was about us breaking out, and that involved killing that guy. Don't be that guy. Now we're in the second half of the game, and I was thinking, oh, the second half's actually a little longer than the first half. But I think what it is probably by the time I finish the main story, it's obvious in retrospect, but I wasn't thinking about it in the last video. I would imagine our completion will not be 100%, because probably to get 100% completion, you need to get all the, like, PlayStation trophies or whatever. Get all the silver uh, items in all of the nightmare sequences, which we're not going to do. So the fact that we're only at 56% completion now, it may or may not make sense because, yeah, I'm thinking by the time we're done, we won't have 100%. We might be in the 80s or something like that. So maybe this story is split more evenly than I thought. Regardless, our current thing is we've escaped from Castle Wolfenstein. We're tracking down an evil Nazi lady whose name I don't remember, but we encountered her once. We were in disguise as a Nazi, and we were trying to steal her papers, but she basically figured out that we weren't who we thought we were, and the whole plot seemed to be breaking down, but suddenly there was like this explosion, and whatever the heck occult forces she's been tampering with, it kind of blew up in a bad way and turned all the Nazis in this town into zombies. So we're fighting a bunch of Nazi zombies. We have not yet gotten out of the initial Nazi Holocaust. Jeez, that wasn't what I meant to say. I said zombie holocaust. I was trying to say zombie holocaust. I said Nazi holocaust. The word holocaust floating around my head, folks, because that was kind of a Nazi thing. I associate the words in my mind. I'm sorry. Don't mean to make light of the Holocaust. But yeah, we haven't actually fought our way clear of all these zombies yet, and I don't know precisely where the story is going to go from here, but presumably this lady is still around and is still up to no good. She may or may not have been zapped with weird undead power. When we fight her, she might be some kind of crazy zombie too, but I don't think so. I think we're going to find out that she's going to turn this whole evil occult zombifying power to her gain, and that we're going to have to shut her down so that we can proceed to the events of the New Order where we lose the war anyway. And the kind of as little storyline and character development as this game has, we met a resistance guy who helped us get out of the village surrounding Castle Wolfenstein, and he had a daughter who wasn't. I don't think she's biologically his daughter, if I recall correctly. She's just a girl that he's helping look after because it's a bad scene in Nazi Germany, and these people who are not part of the regime have to look after each other. But this girl had a friend, and she's out looking for her friend because her friend went missing. And I think our intrepid hero, the guy who looks vaguely like John Cena, Wolfowitz, I think he's if I recall correctly, he's kind of, as he tries to get out of the thick of the Nazi zombie menace, he's keeping his eye out for this girl NPC who was helpful in the past, who's out looking for her friend. And I have a feeling that they're going to run across the friend and she's going to be a zombie. Don't know that for sure. Could be totally wrong. Let's find out as we continue with Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Unsere Zukunft ist von unserer Vergangenheit bestärkt. Our future is something. Our future is of something. Yeah, I took German in high school. High school was a long time ago, folks. And I think I may have mentioned this before. I've been to Germany as a tourist, and I was a tourist in Germany a long time ago, in the 90s. And at that point, if you went to a beer garden in the part of the country that was formerly East Germany, you could meet people, older folks, by older I mean in their 40s and 50s, who didn't learn to speak English in Oberschule or whatever. They didn't learn English in high school because in East Germany, Russian was kind of pushed on kids in high school. So if you meet someone in the who's old enough to have been raised in the East German education system, they might not have learned English. But if you're an American who's seeking to practice your English, you're gonna have to find somebody who's willing to do it to you, for you as like a favor, because most of the Germans you meet are gonna speak English, and yeah, that was the thing. I couldn't find that many opportunities to practice my German because they can tell right away you're not German, and they start speaking to you in English. They got an accent, but otherwise they're going to be correcting your grammar because they're Germans. They're they're very precise and by the book. That's a generalization, but it came from the fact that it tends to be true as often as not. Let's continue before I say anything to upset the Germans. Don't upset the Germans. Don't talk about the war. I mentioned the war once, but I think I got away with it. Faulty towers. Okay, so here's my first test. I forget how to do this. Okay, well, I'll figure this out.
They're in trouble. Gotta find a way to get to them.
You crouch with the circle button. They're both in trouble, eh? Oh, they're up there on the roof. I wonder if I have infinite time. Okay, I'm remembering how to switch weapons. I'm also remembering that the zombies, which is all I've been fighting recently, don't respond that well. I'm trying to figure out what button activates the little map. I think it was, yeah. The Nazi zombies don't respond all that well to just sneaking around, carefully sniping them from a distance, trying to be quiet. Because the problem you run into is that almost without exception, they pop back up and attack you again after a while because they're zombies. That's the impression I was getting. Ah, here we go. We got a full map for the area. Yeah, that's what seemed to be happening, is that if you put them down with, carefully placed shots that would kill a normal human but don't blow up their heads, they just get back up. And there's nothing unusual about that. That's kind of how Nazis tend to, or zombies rather, tend to work in these games. But it doesn't really fit in with my play style. I like to sneak around. I like to kill as many guys as possible before I get noticed. That's just not a big... Oh, that sounds like a regular Nazi. Ah, the Nazis are fighting the zombies. The Nazis who haven't turned into zombies yet are fighting the Nazis who have. This... Oh, fuck. Well, I'm off to a bad start here. Obviously lost all my armor. Yeah, I don't remember, like, much of anything about how this game plays. Ah, fuck, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Okay. I was starting to get it back a bit there at the end. But, alright, my whole deal was, yeah, I gotta switch up my tactics. I can't sneak around, pick guys off at a distance anymore because they're zombies. But no, first thing that happens as soon as I say that, the game starts throwing regular Nazis at me again. Not an issue with that, just saying.
They're in trouble. Gotta find a way to get to them.
Well, at this point I got the gold pickups, which don't matter anyway, so... What I want to do is, Damn it, I already got spotted? I was kind of hoping I could deal with them by sneaking around a bit more. Well, they're throwing grenades, and they're hitting me with grenades. So that sucks. Where are they coming from? They're coming from over there. Got another shock hammer. Achtung. Oh man, more Achtung. Achtung, baby. Okay, I figured there would be some Unser will wird ewig. She's not as imposing as Death's Head, or Totkopf was.
They're in trouble.
She's a fairly
Gotta find
imposing
a way to
lady.
get to them.
I wonder what happens if I head this way. Does everyone think I'm a big wimp? Can I get back up here once I go down? Because... that's right, you can overcharge armor. That's not really what I want it to do. Did I just zombify that guy? That might not have been smart. Nazis are funny old birds in this game. They got these weird backpacks covered with electrical nonsense. Oh, you're right in my... You're just shooting me up and I'm not even paying you any mind. That was unwise of me, probably. That's what I should have done long ago. My bad. I totally missed you. Damn it, okay, let's kill me then. I really need to get the hang of this game. It's been a while. Been a while. Gotta pick it back up. I guess I could just discard this entire video if I make no progress, but, now, you know, from here, I might actually be able to... No, they kind of positioned it so I can't do much. Well, hold on, let's take a second to check our perks. What am I supposed to be working on? I'm supposed to be trying to get more kills with the Kampfpistole and the MG46. These kills I get when I can get them. I don't have a whole lot of control over it, and I'm starting to feel like I might not get that perk before the game's over. This one I should be able to get, but you gotta be careful when you use it, because you don't get a ton of ammo for this gun. And you can get a lot of kills with one shot, and that's kind of what you're gonna do. Oh, you know what? I gotta check too. What is your maximum armor? Increases maximum armor points by 25. I don't know what your maximum armor actually is. Since there doesn't appear to be any way to get back up here from either direction, I guess there's no reason not to grab this armor pickup. And I'm gonna let it drain just because I want to refresh my memory on what the maximum health is, or armor is. I think it's probably 125. Yep. So one of the things that makes this game a bit more challenging than the new order is that your armor and health cap earlier. Though it's not necessarily harder overall, but that's one of the things that if you're trying to decide which game is harder, and you're arguing that this game's harder, that would count in this game's favor as far as being hard. So some of the bitches, they keep coming after me after I've already... They turn into zombies after I kill them. I'm like, I'm trying to help you guys out with the whole killing you so you don't turn into zombies thing, right? I mean, aren't we friends in that respect? Do you want to be a zombie? I'd like to make a little progress here so I don't have to discard the video.
Find a way to get to them.
Nine. Annette and Kessler are, well, they're not dead yet. Might be able to find a way to salvage this. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of usefulness in trying to sneak around here, though. Maybe I just need to suck it up and use the comp pistols. There doesn't seem to be a way to sneak off to the side. Maybe over here some way. There's a lot of guys fighting each other where maybe I don't have to get involved. It's like a whole different section. Interesting. Neither of them are marked with lots of collectibles I need to try to get, so... I don't know why I let him get off that shot, but I did. Doing considerably better now if this if they ever die down, this wave. Possibly my willingness to actually use a decent weapon is helping. Got dual wield shock hammer, which apparently I didn't have before. It's not good for precision work. Switching to the bomb and shoot seldom seems to be a good idea because they keep getting close. So I have to remember my quick switch button, which I had not been remembering. Somebody coming up behind me? Well, I'm out of armor, so that sucks. Where are you guys coming from? I hate to just spray with this gun, because the ammo is costly. And by costly, I just mean it's hard to come by, not that it's... I mean, you don't buy ammo. You know what I meant. Okay. If I can just kind of take control of the situation here and slowly loot the place, I'll feel a lot better. Because, obviously not making... You can maxed out... Which gun uses that ammo? Oh, the sawed-off. Well, this is probably what I should be using instead of the shock hammer, at least until I can get some more ammo. Schunke die Schildkröte sagt Ente und decken sich. Well, I can't really read it though. If I'm mispronouncing anything there, it might just be because I can't read clearly. Somebody is still stomping around the place. That or the musical track here is like designed to make it sound like that and is driving me around the bend. But no, I feel like there's probably one more guy stomping around. Yeah, there's a lot of ammo for the sawed-off around here, so that's probably what the game intended for me to use here. But I tell you what, even though we didn't actually hit a save point yet, I'm going to call it a video. Well, actually, let me double check and see how long this is, but I think it's probably time to call it a video. Got just a little bit of time left, but it's pretty darn close to time to call it a video. I'll tell you what, I'm going to call it a video because I reached what feels like a natural stopping point. So yeah, boy, I opened that video with a long monologue mentioning briefly that I'm not that I'm not getting a ton of views on this because there's so many other LPs. And what do? I just have a whole video where I barely make any progress. What you gonna do, folks? Anyway, yeah, we're trying to reach Annette and Kessler. I don't think. Oh, maybe they are. I was about to say I'm not sure if that's the two girls or if that's the girl and the guy who was kind of the father figure. It's not only have I not been following the story super close, it's also been like a month and a half since I did a video, and that's also my excuse for why I didn't make a lot of progress. But I feel like I've got my Wolfenstein legs back a little bit, so hopefully in the next video we'll make somewhat better progress. I'm kind of curious. It looks like you had to pick one of two paths to go because left path or right path you drop down and can't climb back up. So I don't know if the game is going to kind of navigate me through both or if you had to pick one or the other. But since there's nothing marked as like treasure on either side according to the map, it probably doesn't matter. And I'm just happy that we actually managed to kill some Nazis and some Nazi zombies without dying at the end. Because I certainly died plenty in the beginning and the middle. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching and hope you'll join me next time as we continue hunting through a village of Nazi zombies. Bye-bye for now.